fix it in every game, right?
And welcome back to Splat Pulsar number 1. I'm Pat here, still with Slap. Sorry we had to take a break, but Slap was playing the weird farming sim, and that made the whole stream crash. Not just Discord, but Twitch, everything. And it's completely Slap's fault, so give some hate to Slap. Slap, how you doing?
I mean, like, look, I just really had to get my farm merge value on Discord activities. Like, I had to get my fix in for that game. Like, I'm addicted to it. Just like I'm addicted to sitting here casting with you on these amazing games that we are seeing right now in Splat Pursuit. I cannot wait to get straight back into this, as we have got two amazing teams going up against one another next. Is that not right, Pat?
It is right indeed. We're going to watch Distinct versus Infrared. We saw Infrared earlier, absolutely shredding, going 3-0 in their first game. Distinct also beat, be careful what you wish for, but they beat them 3-2. They had a bit more difficulty doing so, and now these two teams are going to fight to decide which team is going to be the top seed of the group, which team is going to advance into semis with the bragging rights of saying they were undefeated in this Group A. So yeah, we'll see Distinct and Infrared. We saw Infrared. Distinct is Afro King, Mooch, Tane, and Selye with baby letters Sal. I'm probably pronouncing all of these names wrong.
Hey, it's fine. That's our job as casters, to see a name and pronounce it wrong.
Oh yeah.
Like, we never answer things. We never say names correctly. Like, genuinely? Like, oh my lord, having to like... I'm so happy that you're here doing a UK event so I can pronounce everyone's names and you can't.
Yeah, it's...
This is how it feels. This is how it feels.
Yeah, you're the one home turf this time.
Anyways, no, genuinely though, it's honestly great to see a tournament like this. Like, online, we get to see some of the best talent that the UK has to offer at the moment, all fighting for that coveted invite for later in the year in November. Like, genuinely, it's so exciting to see as well. And as you said, this is the top seed of this, like, you know, of this group that we're seeing right now. Both teams really, really good, Distinct and Infrared. We saw earlier in the stream, if you were here for it, Infrared commanding leads, commanding wins. And you know what, even though Distinct had a little bit of trouble in their win, I still believe that they can be the first ones to make what seem like these gods bleed in this bracket.
Yeah, everything's possible, especially if we go into Clan Blitz on Umami wins. We saw Infrared sneak their way through under the basket with a sploosh. We'll see if Distinct are able to see that sploosh coming, are able to maybe be the ones to do the sneaky push. We'll see how they are able to do, and as they are getting ready for the game.
You know, just seeing just a little bit of waiting, and that is from the side of Infrared. And we know that, you know, they do like these cheeky little strategies. They do like to switch up their weapons quite a bit. And you know, we're going to be seeing if consistency is king, where we may be seeing Distinct stay with the same weapons, or are we going to see that king be overthrown with the wilder, like, weapon counter picks going on with Infrared? But now we're just going to be getting straight into this right now. Let's see, are we going to be seeing any wacky weapons on the side of them? There we go, we see that carbon roller come out again, everything relatively the same. And what is this team comp from Distinct? This is lovely to see. You've got that mid-decapitator, and then of course you've got that bow, which I'm very excited to see because I've never gotten the chance to cast a bow before in my casting career, and I love the bow so much, so I'm so happy right now.
Hey, the bow can do a real good job as a backline. It's working well, especially as a main weapon. I feel like it's kind of underrated. The kit is not always the best, and it looks like right now it doesn't matter. It's going to be Distinct getting the control, getting the clamps, and pushing to the basket already, trying to find a way in. All of Infrared are in there defending, but the Decapitator getting in, only getting a trade thanks to Bazooka. The basket's going to be open. We'll see if Distinct is able to get a bit more clamps in there, but now it's just the bow. The bow is going to go back to spawn as well. No super jump for you. Very, very nice defense by Infrared.
That was a good trade as well. Even though you did die, you were still able to stop that carbon roller from getting any further, because that is the weapon that is going to be pushing in. But thanks to Soda there coming straight back, and look at Jasmine go right now. That's one. Do we see two? We don't see two, but we do see even more clams going in the basket, and they are able to take the lead, getting it down to 59 instead of Distinct 71. And Infrared in the same point that we've seen them many times beforehand in the sets that we saw before, in the lead. But they weren't able to get as big of a push as we saw in their first game against Wesh.
Yeah, it's not that much for Distinct right there, just able to, for Distinct, for Infrared, but the Distinct able to just save what they have right there. Both teams having a small push, both teams doing what they can. That's a tiny lead for Infrared, honestly. If Distinct gets a super clam and just a few more clams in there, they could get that lead back pretty fast.
A lead is a lead, and we've seen with Infrared, all they need to do is hold onto it, and they are very, very good at holding onto it. Now seeing Leech with that bow again, just sneaking around, trying to just plant those traps on the floor, as you love to see the bow doing. And then that pencil up there, uncontested at the moment, as Mood, there we go, locks onto them. We are seeing our first real backline fight, as we're seeing both backlines trying to target one another, and there we go! I believe that is Risu right there with the 52 Gal coming in, and 3 people have gone down on the side of Distinct. This is where Infrared can really start to push mid more, get more map control, and get those clams straight back into the basket as we've seen them do beforehand.
Yeah, everybody just fighting. Afro getting in there, trying to get the fight, and Chu down onto Infrared. Distinct are back on the attack, are pushing again, and with an extra splat by Bunge right there. This is a great opportunity. That being said, Distinct, they need a super clamp. Okay, they have a super clamp. Now they need to get to the basket. They need to open it. They open it, and just a few more clamps away. But all of Infrared is on the defense, ready to get. Not able to keep the lead. That's going to be a very small lead again for Distinct, and Infrared are going to be able to defend just one single clam behind. If so one ball and 2 small clams would be enough for Infrared to get the lead back.
I honestly think that's a really, really good choice as well. Even though they only got that 1 clam in, the fact that Infrared need to clear 20 penalty points and then get 2 more clams in, that just puts them back that little bit more. That tiny bit, like, discomfort that you have trying to reach that exact little bit just to get the lead, when all it takes right now for Distinct is 1 power clam. You've already got 6 more points. That's the amount of 2 clams already going into the basket. And with a minute left, this is where the pressure is really mounting on. As we saw as well, Distinct kept that hidden clam at the back of their base, not using it on that last push. So they have that they have that checkmate if we do see overtime happen.
Yeah, it's working pretty well. There's 40 seconds left for Infrared to get back in the game, to get that lead back, but right now they're defending their spot. Oh wait, they just got 3 splats. That's going to allow them to get back forward, get into mid. They need to win these fights forward. They need to get the clams. They don't have a super clam activated yet, so that's going to be a pretty tough fight in 15 seconds. That's going to be pretty much an overtime push for Infrared right there. They are waiting for the opportunity, still preparing their specials and using Bazooka, already getting 1, getting 2, and that's going to be a good push. This is the opportunity for Infrared. They need to use it, they need to get it. The jumps are coming in, the super clam opening the basket, just 2 more clams, and that's the lead.
Yeah, no, that was a really, really well-timed push, just getting everybody on the side of Distinct down, making sure that none of them could really contest that. The only one that was up was the Heavy Edit, and they tried their best, but it was all for naught because Infrared was able to just get 2 of those power clams right in, and they didn't even use the second one. They just chucked a power climb in and then just began chucking the little ones in. But you know what? That's all that Infrared really needed. That one good push right at the end of the game. They surmounted that tiny bit of a lead, but it just wasn't enough. And you know what? Infrared was just able to take advantage of it as overtime hit. But what a close game!
Yeah, really back and forth. Both teams able to get the pushes, able to get some advantage, but neither really able to run away with the points. Neither team really able to take that full control, that big push that gives you so many points. It was really the defense coming back fast enough to get back that control over the basket. But it is going to make the next game incredibly dangerous as we're going into Rainmaker. And if there's one game where having a small lead is not comfortable at all, it's a Rainmaker.
Yeah, no, like it's so easy just to take a few tiptoes, just a few little steps over and getting those added points. It's just so easy to careen into victory in Rainmaker. But you know what? Genuinely, I don't even know what we're going to be seeing right now. We might see that sploosh come out once again. It might be, I don't know if it's just a meme pick or they actually chose it for that reason, but you kind of do need that curling bomb, maybe, if you're thinking of that strategy, just to be able to just sneak the Rainmaker through.
I don't know. I feel like for Rainmaker, I agree, but for Monte Maria, there are so many ledges and jumps, but a curling bomb isn't necessarily the best. I mean, having a sploosh is still good for popping the Rainmaker. There might be better weapons to help with that, though, and especially we've seen that they have lots of different weapons that they can bring to the table in Infrared, so we could see a lot of different things going.
You know, I wonder, are we going to be seeing a weapon change? Well, okay, yeah, no, we see a couple changes right now. We see the different decapitator come out on the side of Distinct, but that's about it. But right now, we are seeing that pencil has gone bye-bye to make way for the grey Enzab, and then we've also got a squeezer coming out from Jess. And then we're seeing the Slosher come out as well. I believe this is like an entirely new team except 52 gal one trick.
Yeah, it's really a much faster comp that wants to run forward as soon as they win that fight. And look at that, that's exactly what they're doing. Jess is going to grab the Rainmaker. The rest of the team is already pushing forward, trying to get forward. That is Infrared really taking that control. And ooh, they're following through with both fights, both splats, 2 down on 2 Distinct right now. That is so... What? Okay, well, I didn't have...
Are we playing Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 1 right now? Like, did they even clear a checkpoint? Like, that was just the most snowball game I've seen for a long, long while. I think that's the quickest game I've ever seen on a stream. Like, genuinely, that was, I can't even speak, that was so quick. Like, I've genuinely got no words for this game, because this game isn't a book, it's a sentence, and it's already been said.
And that, I mean, as you said, like, Infrared showing what they can do when they are going fast, when they have the momentum, and really taking full control of this map, not letting Distinct get away with the fight that they were able to win in the game number 1. It's as if Infrared figured out, okay, wait, that's how you fight against a bow, that's how you fight against a decapitator. We need to do this, and then that, and then that, and it worked perfectly for them. Now, going into Mahi on Splat zones, Distinct, I mean, I feel like they need to change what they've been doing, because Infrared are in the head right now and know exactly how to counter them.
Yeah, no, it's just... I thought after that first game that we were going to be seeing a lot closer set than the first one that we got to see today. But you know what? Infrared has just completely blindsided us with that second game.
Yeah. Yeah, really, Infrared. I mean, there's nothing to say. They just came in right forward, pressed W.
They won 2 fights, and that was it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the power of Infrared when they get coordinated. These coordinated pushes that we've seen from them are so strong. They work so well, and you can't blink. You have to be ready for that, and you have to defend as a team, because you don't want to lose the second fight against Infrared. If you lose the second fight against Infrared, they're getting the KO.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, we saw the wipeout come up on screen, and then 5 seconds later, oh, game's over.
Yeah, really much. But there's still more work to do. Distinct still has a chance. They need to go on to Mahi. Mahi resolve. Infrared hasn't dropped a map yet. They have yet to drop a map.
You know, we could be seeing a clean sweep all the way to Grands, maybe.
That is a possibility. Infrared wants to show that they deserve their spot into a Splat Legacy, but it's not over yet. No change in comp on the side of... Oh, wait, no, that's the other bow this time. We are changing both of the Super Chump one.
Yeah, Chumps and Sprinkle just to help out with that zone coverage a little bit more. Oh, look at that! The direct shot. Already getting off by Mood. That has made me so happy to see that right now. I am grinning from ear to ear as we're seeing Mood keep up this pressure and shooting them even more shots. Gets another one on that pencil. That's what you need to be doing when you're playing the bow, when you're playing against the pencil. You need to get rid of it in one clean shot before you can really start doing anything. Get those chumps out, just firing them straight onto the zone. There we go, gets another one with those traps. Finally goes down to the Zuka, but there we go. They've already got it to 58 points. That is a mammoth amount when you're talking about going against Infrared, Pat.
Yeah, that's a pretty good opening, but now it's on Distinct to get a counter push against Infrared. Infrared right now, using the fact that the water is already down to base everything, to prepare everything. The curling bomb is not going to be enough to start the grab tank. But we're still fighting for that penalty, for that lead right now. And Infrared, they don't want to give control over the zone. They're going to take the lead. They're going to keep control, and with the strike, are going to force Mooch to run away right there. Distinct not able to take that control, and Infrared looking to just run away with the zone. They're already at 30 points left.
Yeah, 30 points indeed. Here comes the Chumps though. They were on a little bit of a back foot for a second, so only 2 people were up, but they've just been able to regroup before Distinct could really take advantage of everything. Afro firing a Zuka shot right into the wall. However, they are able to get that zone back. The pencil getting a really up right now. Jump comes down though, and they are able to regroup once again. Jasmine able to get that double as well. Moves the only one up to the side of Distinct right now, but they were able to take the zone and get those penalty points laddered straight onto Infrared, which are going to take quite a bit to come down, so hopefully for them they'll be able to just get that before they fully trickle down.
Yeah, Infrared conceded the zone but got the control off of it. They're back in control, and with the shot being down right now, Infrared activates the cooler. They know they can delay the fight a little bit longer. They want to get rid of that penalty. There isn't much penalty there. The Babla is deployed, but it's so far from the zone right now. This team needs to go to the zone, and they're struggling to get there. They're still fighting in. Very nice move by the Decapitator, getting punished, but with 3 down and just 10 ticks left onto the zone. It looks like we know who is winning this group. Infrared with a 3-0 are going to advance as the top seed in semifinals.
And it's well deserved as well. You know, we saw 2 kinds of games. We saw those hard-fought games going in, but then we also saw the complete and utter washing was that second game. Like, honestly, there were 2 sides to this set. Like, we saw that Distinct can really keep up, and because Distinct did win against Wesh, they are going to be going through and going on to the semi-finals, just not as the top seed.
Yep.
And you know what? I do feel like they were still able to just regroup, get that momentum going again, just build it up from the beginning, and they'll still be able to do bits in this tournament. But Infrared has just come up with such a great showing today, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you want to start a tournament. That's how you want to win your groups now. They just need to seal the deal in semi-finals and finals. It's still a rough one to play, because we have lots of great players coming into this Splat post number 1. Lots of players who want to qualify to the Splat Legacy. And yeah, that was the group stage, Splat.
That was the group stage indeed. You know what a way to go through as well. But yes, I believe that is going to be you leaving us, correct?
Yes, it's time for me to leave to go back to my country, I guess. And
yes, no longer British. We're revoking your blue passport. You know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to come back anytime soon as well. I'm banning you from the country. Pat is now barred. Pat is now barred from Britain. Sorry, man.
Okay, well,
No, I'm kidding. I'm
Bye?
kidding. I'm kidding. You're
Bye?
allowed back here. No, because you slandered me at the start of this block. You slandered me. You said I'm the reason the stream started. It's not me.
Yeah,
It's
I regret
God.
that.
God willed it. No. Kidding anyway, Pan. It would lovely to have you here, and we would love to see you again in the future for any more of the tournaments that we get to do. But we're gonna throw it to a little bit of a break here. But before we do that, Pan, please give us any way that we can find your beautiful mode.
You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at PadJOrtom. It's written on your screen right now. Also, you'll be able to find me at LSL tonight because I'm casting LSL. So, Lil Sweetly, give it a look. Bye bye.
The double header.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we'll see you all very, very soon.
The 9. Oh, that's right.
Right then, everybody, we are back once again for your semi-finals after the group stages has concluded. Once again, I am MR Slap, aka Mr. Slap, and I'm here with a new caster, the always lovely Dory. Everybody, Dory, how are you doing today?
It's great. I decided to play, but I don't know why I did that. I should have just stuck to casting.
Yeah, how did you do?
It was great. We lost our first match in probably record time, and then another player fell asleep in the VC. So that was that.
Okay, and then how'd the second game go?
It didn't happen because we had a player who was asleep.
Oh, they just fell asleep? Oh, that is unfortunate.
Fell asleep, waiting, deafened, and.
Wait, they just fell asleep? Were they British?
Yeah.
It's 3. It was 3 o'clock when that happened. What?
I know. But here we are. So.
Anyways, yeah, here we are.
Speed run to the caster seat.
I was about to say a group of O2 is casting for you right now. We know what's going on because we go O2 in tournaments.
Yeah, hell yeah, I like that. O2 is great because it allows me to experience the tournament, and then I get to cast the tournament as well, so I get to check both boxes.
Exactly, that's how I feel. That's why I lose, because it makes me go to the caster seat quicker, not because I'm bad. But
It's so
anyways, let's see. We have got the first appearance on stream for my favorite team of the tournament. That is, it's clearly not Retroma. Actually, it's not Retroma Paradise. It's clearly not Retroma Paradise. Featuring MP.
Yeah, this is a mix of players that is fairly familiar to if anyone is on Splatoon Twitter at all. This is a mix of players that is familiar. Goggy is a 96 player. Hyper is a Splatlinks player, famous for putting a controller in his mouth and breeze. So that is.
Did he actually eat the controller?
Yeah, that was one of the moments of all time. Did it on stage?
No, at Splat Vibes, did he actually eat the controller?
Not at Vibes, at Breeze, yeah.
Well, he said he was gonna do it again at Vibes if he got a certain amount of likes, I think.
I don't think that happened. I didn't see that.
No. All I'm saying is he wimped out. He wimped out because he said he was gonna eat the controller. He took a light bite out of it and got some tooth marks. He should have nommed that thing down. I would have done that. But anyways, let's stop talking about Hyperstar and his weird diet with controllers. We are going to see. You've already saw
really
distinct. Oh yeah, no, you go.
Look at that. Look at the matchup. Oh, the swords. We know that Tame, with a Japanese name on the side of Distinct, actually is a 3K X-Power decaf player. Look at that, taking one down from the side of not Retroma really quickly.
Yeah, no, Hyperstar already going down there. How are you able to throw out the cooler? I just want to say, right now, Retroma have that double cooler. That is going to be insanely oppressive if they can all get it down and going. But looking at this right now, Retroma Paradise already able to get 3 people down on the side of Distinct, and they're going to be looking to push in, but they've got no clam economy at the moment, Dory.
Yeah, no, actually, Retroma has been playing just one cooler, because the edit you're seeing is the crab edit.
I'm silly. You are correct.
Yeah, Hype has been really favoring that of late, especially if there's someone who plays that, then Hyper can do the backline thing. So, crab edit is such a good weapon at switching between the kind of oppressive power and holding power of the regular main weapon and crab sword. And that gives them so much range. But Distinct score first, and 56 is a really good push only a minute and a half into the game. That will now end, and it's up to not Retroma, to try and get that space.
Yeah, no, exactly what you're saying right there. They just need to try and get this space going, trying to get map control in the middle there, as we're seeing trades going on all around the map. Hyper getting that crab going, not the cooler, as you so well pointed out on my error. And look at that, they've already got another power clam, including that pity clam going right now. They've got the Kraken in the base as well, ripping and tearing through the team. They've got Mooch up right now to try and really throw them off. No, but they missed!
They missed
the clam! That is so unfortunate. They throw it just that tiny bit short. It's able to be recovered, but they've already got a bomb and so many more people there. Mooch getting that double kill as well.
Mooch has been a really vocal bow player bow and wiper player actually, which is kind of a rather unusual combination, I think. But then Moon managing to keep Goggy from picking up that power climb was huge, especially after the Mist's throw. This is really strange because you know that Retroma are actually winning fights. They get this thing down to just one player a couple of times and they can't seem to capitalize off that. Like, even Goggy's strength on the Kraken hasn't really resulted in a score. So the game is half over. Distinct are at a numbers disadvantage and Retroma have to make it count, right? They can't just keep going. Duck, finally they score. There we go. And I think that's all they'll get because they've got no other clams.
You know, they've got no other clams at the moment. They've got the Pixie Clam back at the base if they so need it, but they won't be able to really get too much more of a push going in. And that's really unfortunate for Retroma, or clearly not Retroma actually, if you look at it, the thing up there. But no, it's really unfortunate for them because now they have that 10 penalty points down, so they're only going to be scoring 10 with a power clamp if they can get it in.
Yeah.
And they've only got a minute 45 to be able to make that push past 56 points. And it's looking like right now, the Distinct are still just heavily in this pushing straight in. They've got 2 power clamps of their own. They try and get one in back Afro instead. Going out there, not just trying to push in the basket just yet, thanks to the overwhelming defense. Now finds a moment but gets cut down by the Kraken Dory.
Yeah, this is kind of weird. You'd expect, you know, a Splatling and a 96 Gal to do better at holding space than a single bow. But actually Rouge has been huge in the mid, like moving around, taking space, being surprisingly nimble, providing jumps for the rest of this team. And like those toxic mists have been really just critical at just stalling out players for the right amount of time for the rest of the team to clean up just as needed. Tame going to go in with that decap that he's so good at using. And oops.
Very good incheck cancelled by Harry, but then going down to that Zuka shot there. Huge shot. And now, once again, both teams not really getting into that like rhythm of getting any plans into the basket, but right now we've seen Distinct mainly with that map control.
Yeah, not only the map control, the clan economy, despite Retroma's just strength at fighting. There aren't any clans on the Retroma side. And with 15 seconds to go, Distinct scored 2 power clams. That's huge. Like, I don't think I thought a single bow was going to put up this performance against, you know, a really strong edit player with the +3 suggest, and oh my lord, look at that. What a game.
What a game indeed, you're correct. But you know what? Honestly, Retroma are putting up the best in fights they really can because, you know, Distinct was just playing so incredibly well there. Like, it's not a knock to Retroma at all. Like, Distinct was just completely on top of their game there, just shutting down basically every opportunity that Retroma had. But, you know, I feel like that was really just the map and the mode that really, like, geared it towards them as well. Especially being on Inkbot like that, you had so much, like, expression with the bow that you could use there that Mood was just able to run free.
That was honestly a really commanding performance. We kind of think of Inkblot as a very neutral map for people to fight on, but it is true that some teams just simply do better on it. And there is something to be said with about how Distinct have found several iterations of rosters that have worked with kind of the slightly, you know, the bow pick, the coolerless approach to the game, which against a team like not Retroma, who normally, you know, hyper plays cooler edit, and like Harry's also on the zap a lot. You'd expect Retroma to be able to overwhelm with just like sheer numbers and fighting power, but they've been so good at shutting down those threats, taking down the cooler player as necessary with the Zuka. We saw Harry just about to throw the cooler right at the end and then getting taken up by a Zuka. I mean, that is very punishing if your team depends on the cooler to fight. But Distinct have managed to take that out really well. We move on to Humpback Pump Track, Rainmaker, which is also another class. What do you think we can expect here?
I mean, really, on Humpback Pump Track, I feel like we're going to be seeing that bow again. A lot of, like, you know, a lot more clips from that bow again. Because it's just such a good map to really just go around, you know, because, like, that really big point at the start is just a big semicircle. And I feel like you can just hang back on that backline and just fire those arrows down. But I also feel like Retroma's comp, like, the way that they're approaching the game right now, that this map will definitely help them out as well. Although I feel like I don't know if I'm mixing players up, but I feel like someone on Retro might hate Humpback a little.
I feel like the funny thing is that Humpback has probably seen minimal changes from Splatoon 2, but it feels so different. You don't have missiles, we don't have missile spam anymore, you don't have Stingray, you don't have just armor everywhere, so the game feels faster. But then at the same time, you often just get like killed by a random Zuka out of nowhere. And it's things like that that make this map still a frustrating experience. I've never really enjoyed this map. And we can see, you know, swords fighting in mid are they're really commanding. They just take space, especially with Stamper. Is probably the best of the Splatoon class for this map, and suitably we see not Retroma go straight in. Oh my god, Rise zooms are terrifying, and that is a quick push to 33 in the first 45 seconds. Like, that is massive.
Yeah, but right now the Zuga has come down and it's just absolutely put a stop in Retroma's track, because all of them that basically now is a pseudo wipe, but right now we're just seeing all of Retroma come straight back to this. I just do want to point out we do have the different Decapitator coming out, and then we also have the ball point coming out from Hyperstar instead of vying for that heavy edit. But look at that, as we saw, Distinct able to get through with that checkpoint. Again, another sword battle happening. Hyper activates that inkjet. 2 players up for each team. We've got a Kraken coming out as well, just trying to get Mooj. There we go, they get Mooj. And now they're just searching for each and every other player that's trying there. We've got Severo down there. They try and jump out, but it's all for naught, and nobody can jump in. And now it's all up to Retroma Paradise to try and just stay there in the middle. But we have a shark Decapitator coming. Can we get 1? They get 2. Do we get 3? They don't get 3, Dory.
I feel like Goggy's Krakens are going to be really important for just stopping this thing from pushing. You see, Goggy has the benefit of having a cooler on that side, whereas, you know, this thing I'm going to play on just winning fights. Tame is really good on that decap. Just, you know, getting to that 3000 max power to see from the Japanese server, then continuing to push it really at the high level part of things. And as I predicted, there is the Kraken. He gets 2. Doesn't manage to take out a 3rd, just runs out there. But it is just 1, and that is a delayed wipe. That is a hard stagger on these.
Harry now just pushing in with that Rainmaker, already waiting for their teammates to come give you that backup. But you knew as that Rainmaker is seeing Hyper and someone else going around the right. Goggy staying in mid, waiting for their moment to strike. And look, speaking about your moment strike, here comes that Decapitator once again, just trying to get those hits, but goes down, isn't able to strike. And now we're just seeing the Zuka come out again, trying to be that deciding hammer once more. But it's all for naught. We're seeing Harry pushing once again. They're clearing out any place so somebody could be sharking, but if you watch out, as you can see, that Decapitator comes out once more, even though Retroma is able to get to 24 points here, Dory.
Yeah, there are so many weapons on both sides that actually just do 1-hit KO damage. There we go, the Zuka. Possibly huge for this thing. They're just gonna want to pull forward. They get the lead. That is a huge lead. And it's just things like that where this game is so much faster than it used to be. Is that a knockout? Oh my god.
No, but Retroma so now needs that knockout.
Yeah, that is good. They're gonna just have to find the W key and hold forward on these guys. It is so frustrating to play Rainmaker, especially when so many things can just wipe you off the map, send you straight back to spawn instantly. In this game, you know, even in this set of comps, you've got both swords, you've got things like you've got Kraken, you've got just moves being an absolute menace on this bowl, and everyone hits their shots. That's all 1-hit KO things, and like the Zuka as well, you know, it does it what it does in just like instantly stopping people from pushing. But we've got almost less than a minute left, and it is Ventroma's turn to see what they can pull out of the bag.
You know, yeah, you saw a few people there just jumping out, just wanting to stay alive for this 30 seconds, because, as we said before, Retroma have to get the knockout for this right now, and that's what they need to get rid of. But look at that, the Decapitator goes down. That's the one thing that they really need to be focusing on, because they're just going to jump out any moment. Harry gets one kill with the Rainmaker there, stays alive, but they've only got 12 seconds left on that Rainmaker. They're going to blow up at any point. They just have to hold forward and go in right now. Here it goes. They go in. They are going to go down, though. But
they don't have time.
Do we see any overtime?
They won't.
No, we don't see any overtime.
I think the play there might have been to die earlier and then try to pop it and get overtime. But it was a hard call anyway. Distinct were obviously invested in not getting completely wiped out. You know, they were avoiding Hyperstars, Inkjets really, really well. Even though Hyper managed to take out Distinct's own Inkjet, that was still enough. There was so much bombs and stuff just being thrown in the general direction of the Rainmaker. There was I don't think there was any way they could have actually pushed in. So 2-0 is just that is a formidable score. Wow.
Yeah, and you know what? This could be, I believe, tournament game right now.
Yeah, Retroma has to actually win, right? They have to
they have to win the next 3 games. They have to get the reverse 3-0, which, you know what, after how hard fought that last game was, Retroma still could do it. We could definitely still see him come back. But, you know, they've just got to find that motivation, they've just got to find that determination, they've got to get that momentum built back up. But, you know, Distinct, on ripping and tearing right now. They were able to get to
they're
one
doing
point remaining.
so well, yeah. Even though Retroma clearly did better against Distinct in this second game than in the first one. I feel like because of the geography of the map, they didn't get locked up as hard. They managed to push, you know, like 21 is normally a game-winning push, right? If you're playing like X rank or something. But against teams as organized as Distinct, you can't really just sit back and defend after that. There's one player that seems to have dropped, so we're probably just waiting for them to come back into. I wonder if they're swapping. Yeah, Goggy's back now. I don't know if it's connection issues. I hope this doesn't end up affecting the rest of the set. But we move on to the third game. What is the map? Oh yeah, okay.
Clamlets. Ooh, that's gonna be a little bit saucy to see.
Yeah, we're gonna see definitely, I think, a bow against the Splat fight again, which I'm really excited about. Both of the players are going to enjoy the greats across mid, and you know, often when you're pushing, what really prolongs a push is if you manage to take control of the top right grade. And both teams have the capacity to actually, I feel like, with the caliber of players we're seeing, both teams have easy like 60 to 70 point pushes. They can absolutely make this count, I think. So Retroma has to pull something. They have to win this, right? Like they have a really good Stamper player. Those Zipcasters we saw were pretty terrifying, right? And they have Cooler, which helps in a map that's as big as this. And then Goggy's Kraken. Goggy's Kraken is going to be important again. Hyper's on the greats. You know, we know these players and we know the roles they can play, but it's up to them to click together.
Yeah, exactly as you say. Yeah, no, it's up to them to click together, but it's also up to Distinct to make sure that they can't click, and they've been so good at that, just staggering players from Retroma and just making sure they can't get into this rhythm that we know that they have. As you go into this, the heavy edit once again coming back out, the heavy edit with the crab, and then you see no switches from Distinct coming out.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to have, in particular Retroma have found it fairly hard. They play quite fast, and that's what has given them success in like the local lands and everything. But then they don't really have an answer to this bolt. They just, you know, the toxic mists slow them down so much. It definitely did count against parry on the Rainmaker just now, and look, Rouge is exactly where I think that would be. Toxic Mists are good at such a fast score. And Sail already in nearly make it to 60. That's 60 small clan in a large one. Rouge here, finally getting picked up by the Stamper, and Retroma have to make a reply. They have to reply. They have to find something and really go for it.
You know what? They are replying really well. They were able to situate themselves straight back into mid. They've got one power clan and they've got that pity clan round the back as well. They've got two power clans in mid, but they hyper retreating with one of them instead of picking that other one up in mid. Very, very good as well because you've got the decapitator on your again. Goes with that inkjet and just tries to pick hyper off because hyper has that ever so important. Power clan gets knocked down. The Greats is really, really good against the inkjet because you just keep trying to like bounce shots off the ground to hit people. You can't do that on the Great. You have to be hitting the direct.
King falls. Hyper has popped a defensive crab, which is, I know it's not what he really wants to do with those. King goes in, gets, oh my god, there's like bloodbath everywhere, and actually these things are ready to score.
You know, they do score, doesn't really get any more points on the board, though. They down to 61. One single point, yeah, that's alright. You know, Afro trying to put in, then the delay checkpoint gets it down to 58, but no more than that. But you know what, that at least makes it so two power clan doesn't completely destroy their lead. They have, Retroma has to work a little bit harder. You can see the Kraken trying to push into a little bit, but getting back away. Rai going up with that Splatana, able to get an assist, I believe, from Hyperstar. Hyperstar shutting that clan down, ready to push in whenever they can. No one does it out, that's the bomb on the wall.
The bomb on the wall, yeah. They really, really have to, I feel like they have to capitalize on these opportunities, right? Like, in the first game on Inkblot, we talked about how they keep getting numbers advantages over Distinct and they're not making it. And it seems to be almost the same situation here. Either they can't get past the last remaining one or two players, you know. Obviously, Kraken Cheese doesn't work anymore. But the Kraken doesn't always get that much value here, especially if half the team is just walking straight. That's not where you really want to. When Troma gets wiped, this is not good news at all. It's very, very well might become. Now this is a problem. They have to find a way to stop the bleeding. They are. Look at these, down to 25. More jumping in. Will they get the one in? Down to 5. Oh!
Yeah, there we go. Two more clams careening into the basket, and that is a 3-0 for Distinct. Moving on to Grand Finals.
That is, wow, that is a commanding performance. That is really, really impressive.
Very, very commanding.
Very, very nice.
You know, hard fought from Retroma. Hard fought from Retroma. They didn't relent for a bit. They were always fighting. But you know what? Distinct really just got that upper hand, and as you said, they just kept staggering Retroma where it mattered.
Yeah.
And where Retroma was getting the upper hand, just that little tiny bit, they just didn't take too much of an advantage of it.
No, that was honestly a masterclass. I just love watching, you know. There are some weapon classes that are cooler to watch from the point of view. No one really cares about, like, if you get a quality single shooter because that's what you expect shooters to do. But if you watch, like, some really good bow gameplay,
honestly, I love the bow so much. I play it in my spare time whenever I hop on Splatoon. I love playing as the bow. I love watching like people play the bow, and the fact that I've been able to sit here and cast one today, that has just completely made my day. Even if seeing Retroma bow out has not made my day, I am a big Retroma fan, but still always amazing to watch them, no matter what, win or lose. Still lovely to watch them. But you know what,
lovely
we're going to be seeing a lot more of Distinct as they move on to Grand Finals. But now I'm going to go take a little bit of a break, go have some water.
Yeah,
as,
you've casted 4 in a row.
Yeah, no, but I'm going to be back on for Grand, so hopefully you don't miss my ugly mug too much while I'm gone. But I'm going to go we're going to go take a quick break until the next game is ready. But yeah, I've been Mr. Slap, and I'll see you all soon.
Bye. Hello everyone and welcome back. We have Infrared versus Midlands Minions in the second semi-final of today. So we're going to start with Clamblitz on Inkblot Art Academy again and then move to counter picks as usual. Jason, you know these players really quite well. What can you say about them?
First of all, it's good to be back on the mic for some UK events. For those of you who are at Vibes T, you'll know that I was there for some of the group stage games. Infrared have absolutely blown out the door in their group stage. They managed to be careful what you wish for, minus Sail, and of course Distinct, which did have Sail as well. And they've swept both of their games, so they're looking very comfortable. And on the other hand, we've got our Midlands Minions, which is our Johnny, our Crystal, our Halo, and our Jelly, which are a strange mixed group of players, I would argue. But they all have their own individual talents, and it'll be interesting to see how they fare up against Infrared, who are just strong players overall.
Yeah, it's often it's often we see players like that. This is Johnny's return to comp. So Johnny was tweeting, the first tournament ever.
Of course.
Now, good times, fantastic times. But we've seen these players a lot. Jess is a veteran. Risu is up and coming. Jakey is a veteran as well. Even sporting that ultraviolet team tag from ages ago. So Halo, also another one. Jelly and Crystal, more new, but also strong players in their own right. Learning and playing with the best of them. We are readying up, I think, right now. So that's quite nice. We'll get running into it. I wonder if Johnny still plays Junior these days. Do you know anything about that?
I do have some insight for you. A certain Be Careful What You Wish For scrimmed Midlands Minions before this tournament started. And he started on Splat Shot, and as the scrim went on, he started switching over to that Splat Shot Junior. He started using it, and he was doing pretty well on it. But I don't know if Junior might be the right play here into Infrared, considering they run that 52, which has that whale and also the screen 52 as well, and such a hyper-aggressive comp. And also if Jake, he's a bucket player as well as you can even play T-Tech. We saw that today earlier on stream. It's very possible that if Johnny picks Junior, it would be quite hard for Midlands Minions to fight Infrared. So I would rather see him be on Splattershot, where he can sort of fight for himself more and have a much stronger special weapon as opposed to Bubble.
Good stuff. Do you think Risu is going to end up playing 96 or 52? I think we've seen him switch between them and often do really well on both. All these players are hugely experienced, but I wonder if they've played together in this particular combination. So this is going to be interesting. We only have a few more seconds before they load in. I know Jelly has played Blaster for a while. So very versatile all around, I think, which is going to make this very interesting. We are loading into the game now, and this speculation can finally end.
Custer's favourite activity, speculating, of course.
Yeah, just yapping. Here we go. It is actually the Junior. There we go. Yeah.
So starting off, there's an aggressive push from the gal already on the bottom left hand side. There's Risu going in against Crystal. He's backing up after a lot of pressure, waiting around for the tactics caller on the left hand side. We've got two positions on the left here with Risu in support with T-Tech. Might be able to find one. No, it's closed out nicely. Great team fight at the beginning. Halo's pushing in onto the right hand side, but it's traded out by Jakey. And another trade coming through. Great team fight from our Midlands Minions to start off. And it's just a pencil left on flat.
Really 3 down on Infrared. I don't think they were expecting to do as well as that. Jess nearly gets picked up by the bomb, uses the cooler as cover, which is really quick thinking there. So now that slightly nervy start has kind of settled down a bit, both teams are going to start fighting for control of the right stack especially, and just seeing what clowns they can pick up around the place. And for that, Midlands Minions are doing slightly better than Infrared, although we've got a sharking Risu right here that could change the game.
Yeah, all of Midland's minions are stacked up on their flat here. They're trying to sniff out Risu or any potential sharks. Risu's opting for that left-hand side. It's been playing that for most of this game, but even though it's only been a minute, it's still starting to put some pressure on now, but it's probably going to back through mid, as we can see here. The cool has gone up and he's backed up for it. Now we're just waiting to see if anyone got any specials that they can make any use of. The Rapid's got their jet ready. They might pop it now from under left-hand side. It's going through. It's onto Jelly, and Jelly's gone down. They might pursue the left-hand side. Risu's crawling in underneath. The jet can't find two. Managed to find Halo off the jump. Incredible play. Nice double from Jasmine. And it looks like he might be able to get a score here if they can punish. But the Bazooka's gone down. The Junior's dropped in on the right-hand side. They managed to get a score. And we've got Infrared first on the board.
Yeah, that escalated really quickly. Just taking, the team taking the advantage instantly once the jet had got that player. Risu then holding on to the whale for a while just to extend that. They weren't quite prepared. They didn't have a power clamp, but the staggered use of specials just allowed them more time to gather their resources and just 20 points on the board, but I'm sure more are to come. Now that the Gale has a really commanding position up here on the back, there is the second power clamp, and we can expect Jelly just drops like that, gets punished for it, and now there is a two-man advantage on the side of Infrared. So this is going to be they don't spam.
Yeah, push dead, but they've still got so much flat control. Reach is going to jump out onto this left-hand side here. It looks like they're going to give up flat just now, and they finally conceded, and Midland's minions have finally managed to make it back onto their flat. But you can see the left-hand side, another push here. Jelly's putting pop the Kraken to counter the whale, which managed to find JP just about. Well done. The puck is still under control, kind of, but another pick from a bomb, I believe, that's Crystal gone down. Jelly's trying her best to survive as much as she can. The bubble's gone up just in time just to protect her. Well done from Johnny to back up her teammate.
This is actually really exciting. You think that after the start that Midland minions they would force the issue slightly, but they haven't managed to capitalize on. Oh, that's a really good forward play from Crystal. That jump is going to get punished, and now they're 2 up, and the first score is hit. That is a really good play from Crystal, picking up another one. They're out of time. No, the other side scored. Oh wow, that was sneaky as hell. I was so confused.
I managed to stop Midland's minions from scoring at all. Great heads-up play in the moment. It seems that Risu's just opting to play on that left-hand side of the map, for almost the entire game, and it's providing a lot of help and he's getting a lot of the clan economy for his team as a result. In he goes again. He just needs one time for a board. They've already got picked down. They're probably going to score again. He gets a lot points on the board. The clan economy is actually quite low at the moment. Miller's minions just need to focus on getting picks. JT's managed to cross onto the top left. Will they get punished?
No, I think they're having a little bit of trouble. Just there aren't that many re-entry specials on the side of Miller's minions. They just have that Kraken doesn't really count, and then you've got one Zuka, and that's pretty much it. However, Risu is proving to be an absolute menace, just taking up so much space.
Nice of the game right here.
Scoring all these clams, and that is game. Risu.
Yeah, definitely a very strong start from Infrared. I think just showing that they're built different.
They have been competing. Individually, these players have been competing at a really high level for a while now. And the other team, even though, they probably feel a bit pressured by just how fast Infrared are playing, I feel that there were moments where you could see the team plays work out. They very nearly got a push off too. I was so confused by that score, but that was Risu's sneaking back. But things like Crystal on the squeezer, getting a double there, it's things like that. I feel like if you are a lower level player and you're fighting a team with individual players that are stronger than you, then that team effort really makes such a difference. It made a difference right at the start for them. They got a good start. They just have to learn how to capitalize faster off situations like that. They go to Rainmaker Humpback, which is the same counter pick we saw in the other semi-final. What kind of changes do you think we're going to see, Jason?
We might see Crystal switch onto the machine here because we know that AoE weapons tend to thrive, but maybe she sticks onto that squeezer because because she's more comfortable on it. I'm not sure, but I think what Midlands are looking for here is just to try and get early points off of an early opening game. Like we saw in the last game, they fought very well off the opening. They might be looking to play through that opening game to try and score as many points as possible, and then spend the rest of the game just sitting back on defense and stalling out with their utility, like we saw from the junior with the bubble and the bomb spam and the squeezer for outranging people and things like that. So it might just be a stally game plan from Midlands minions. But what they might not account for is that Risu has been basically playing all over the map, and they kind of didn't really deal with that in this first game. It'll be interesting to see if they considered that, and we'll take that into account going into this next game on Rainmaker Humpback, where the objective is slightly more mobile.
Yes, I bet we're going to see a left flank from Risu. Like,
It seems almost inevitable.
I think that's really, really good with how fast Risu plays whenever they have cooler. Just pick up and go straight in from the other side. Just be a distraction, be a menace, try to get sneaky picks here and there. And I know when I played against Halo's team in fights, I nearly got away with the left flank as well. So we will see if the same kind of situation occurs. Jelly's on Blaster, I assume. That will be really quite strong, especially on the defense. They're not? Oh, okay. There's a lobby DC. We will have to yap a little more to make this worth it.
Yes.
He's in our VC, he's cheating. Oh, okay, yes, it's a 4v3. Let's go, guys. But yeah, well, this is just Nintendo. So classic thing. This game is kind of disappointing in this regard, because I feel like this, if we had servers, so many of these problems would not happen. The game feels so satisfying when you play at a LAN. Your shots hit, they feel true, they feel like they have impact, and then once there's any little bit of latency, the weapons just become not fun.
Well, I mean, if you're crying about the live online, have you tried qualifying for a LAN? Because that's what this tournament is all about. And right now we're in the semi-final, and we've just had one game where Infrared took down Midlands Minions, and they're looking to make it to Grand Finals in still another 3-0 fashion. So far unbeaten, and maybe we can see this Rainmaker Humpback counterpick and sort of tarnish the reputation of the sweep so far from Infrared.
Well, let's see. Johnny has come back under the name Spark Johnny. That is a throwback.
Does anyone know when Spark plays?
Yeah, when Spark? What happened to Spark days?
Anyone know?
Good stuff. Yeah, I suppose we'll have to wait a little longer to see weapon picks. But I genuinely want to see like a really tough fight. The match here from the previous semi-final was really intense. Very, very fantastic gameplay we've seen all around, honestly. So more of that, please.
Yeah. I want to talk a bit more about Infrared, because while we've spoken about Midlands' adaptation on this Rainmaker Humpback kit, I feel like the weapon pools for Infrared are still quite deep enough. Even though Risu normally plays that 52 and that 96, we might see Jake finally make use of that bucket that I was talking about earlier. Because as I said before, this is great for AoE weapons like Slosher, like Blaster. Even though we have Jelly on one side with blasters, maybe the custom blaster from Jelly, but we can also see the V bucket come out from Jakey. And what that's going to help them with is, again, with that pressure over mid and like over elbow and things like that. But also the strikes are great flushing out utility for such a cramped map like Humpback, and especially on that flat area, strikes are going to help them out a lot. So it'll be interesting to see if Jake pulls out that bucket.
Yeah, that would be really fun. I do think that this map in particular feels very, very different from a lot of the Splatoon 3 maps. It's got so many, the particular geometry of the map, just with all these slopes. It does actually force a lot of teams to play quite differently from how they would like. They would have to come up with a strategy specifically for this map, right? Especially, we do love to still play Rainmaker Humpback. With its flaws here and there, I guess it still feels like Splatoon 2 Rainmaker. So it is very fast paced. You still have to deal with people under your ledges, bomb spam, stuff like that. Chip damage all over the place. It will be quite interesting to see how these teams deal with it, and how fast, in particular, how fast Midlands minions are able to push whenever they get an advantage. They really need to force the issue. But we're only waiting for JK to ready up, and off we go.
Yeah, this opening is going to be crucial for our Midlands minions. As I said before, probably going to try and look to simulate a similar game plan to game 1. Try and isolate Risu in a 1v1 fight, or try and get a good team fight in a great position where they can capitalize off of the picks, and try and move that Rainmaker quickly to that checkpoint, potentially push to even 30 into the enemy flat. We are going to see the double bucket coming out from Infrared. They've got a try with Jet, and they've also got the bucket, as I said before. They're still sticking with the pencil though.
Yeah, the pencil is probably just going to give them mid control. Jakey is going to do that, the strikes at the same time. Both strikes and impact make this really deadly. They are actually getting collapsed on a quick cooler from
nice pick.
Good pick though, and they are going to go in. Jakey has we see some special use hopefully soon. There we go. Hasn't really done very much. They have picked up the Rainmaker and are now slowly inching. Here we go, some defensive strikes. And Risu just running in, actually gets punished by Johnny. Fantastic Rainmaker shot. Let's go.
Yeah, great awareness from Johnny, noticing that through the strike there was a potential for someone to sneak through. And Johnny noticed that Risu was starting to push. I think that's been called out by a teammate who was still in mid, and yeah, well dealt with. But still, the lead's still in the side of Infrared. Rainmaker's pop, callers up. They're looking to move towards the left-hand side. They're going to go for a fast left check, and they're not watching this Midlands minion. They're going to get a free check here.
And Risu's already on that. We talked about Risu coming out left. Halo went back for it, but 1v2 actually gets taken out. And that is a really fast Rainmaker push. That is down to 20, less than 20, 15. It's going to be huge push. Really fast responses.
They're still well dealt with for Midlands minions. Despite the high push to 15, I think they managed to stem the bleeding definitely, and they managed to secure a bit of mid control. Halo's running through, but the Rainmaker's been caught out by Jasmine, and Jasmine's managed to get 2 on top mid. Excellent play from her. Looking to find Crystal, who's shocking on the top right. She dropped onto Jasmine. There's a 1v1, but Jasmine's won it again. That's a 3k. She's picked up the Rainmaker as well. Looks like Infrared is just going to stall us in the bottom right corner for potentially the whole game if Midlands minions can't find their way back in.
Yeah, it's up to Midlands minions. This map will actually move really fast, despite the checkpoints that Splatoon 3 Rainmaker use checkpoints kind of slow the game down a little bit. It does still play kind of basically identically to Splatoon 2, and you can just pick it up and go over. It's not do that's a really nice trade, I guess, from Jelly against Risu with that splashdown. But then just holding mid with a pencil means that the teammates jump straight back in. There's continued pressure from Infrared, and it is really up to the minions to see. They have to formulate like a really firm game plan against individual players. Like for example, no one's going to really want to be fighting Risu 1v1, right? Like none of these weapons really outcast or 52. Like it is going to be hard. Really nice shot from Johnny again. That's the second Rainmaker kill against Risu. And are they going to know that? They might. They have the numbers. No, it gets picked up by Pencil. So,
yeah, Jess managed to recompose by finding that pick onto that Rainmaker. Johnny was getting into the groove with those Rainmaker shots. They also managed to catch out Jasmine earlier with who was shocking on their right side of the map. It was a Rainmaker shot that managed to force Jasmine out to show her hand, and then she had to come back into mid. But they picked up the Rainmaker again. They managed to get cooler up. Midlands minions looking to get that first checkpoint. Can they find a pick with anything? They don't have any utility. Just a Rainmaker flooding down that enemy's court. The screen's gone through. There's a trade from one. That's two down to the side of Midlands minions. That's a free checkpoint, surely. The strike on the stall out. Well played from Jakey. Jenny's pushing in on that plat as well. Jakey's trying their best to live. They managed to, but the check has been given up, and that's huge for Midlands minions.
No, this was a really good sequence of play from Midlands. They actually had Infrared basically fighting a 3v4 for quite a while. Just managing to stagger. They teamed up, picked
Nice
up
utility
player
usage.
one by one. Really, really good stuff. You know, now with the cooler, Johnny's gonna die to
Ooh, white curling, no way.
fantastically placed curling, and now they get the wipeout. So that is the end of that push. But that was a really, really encouraging bit of gameplay from Midland Minions. You know, when you actually team up and take one player down one by one, and then that kind of just kind of snowballs slightly. They will want a little bit more of that pressure to keep going. Fantastically timed double as well. You know, now they really have to deal with, okay, so just holds the positions, right? They need to take out the pencil before they can make a serious push. But then also now the strikes on the thing, they have to just pick it up. They have to pick that thing up. And if you can't get to it, that is game.
Yeah, they managed to put that Remy nastiest spot possible for Midlands minions. They really couldn't do anything about that, and they had the screen ready, had the strikes ready, they had all the right utility ready for that final hold. And unfortunately, the counter pick doesn't go in the way of Midlands minions, and Fred have gone up 2-0, and that's match point for them. One more, and they will have gone flawlessly into grand finals.
That is a commanding performance. It is really nice to see these moments of clarity. I feel like when Midlands minions something clicks together for them and they go, yo, look, we can actually push. When they team up together and really choose their fights very, very well, then they can keep maintaining that 4v3 gameplay against Infrared, and that was really nice to see here. So it was nice to see the first game. It was nice to see here. They just have to be very, very organized about these fights that they're taking. And of course, Infrared has players who have the individual brilliance to walk in and get a double, right? So Midlands minions have to be much more careful about that. We want to see, I don't know what they could possibly counterpick to push that advantage that they get. They are really playing as a solid team. It's quite nice to see. So we're just waiting for the counterpick to come. Right.
Yeah, I think Midlands minions probably want to pick tower control here, because they're playing with that junior, they want that bubble for tower, although on the other side they have strikes, but I think TC might be the best option for them, considering that if they pick zones, they're playing zones into another pencil, which would be really rough for them in terms of paint output. Even though they have the junior and the zap, they lack the range. So I think TC might be the call for them. As opposed to what map specifically, really, there aren't a lot of maps that are bad for pencil, unfortunately. So
oh yes, that's true, right? You have a pencil and a 52 working together. There is so much paint for the 52 to be in, and then the 52 has walls, and that's just more of a headache. We saw in the other semi-finals that they had counterpicked back to Hamlets, so that was unusual. Oh, Rainmaker again. Rainmaker Manta Maria is the counterpick of choice.
well, actually,
It's really
that's
interesting.
still a good pick, because pencil on Manta is definitely not one of its strongest. While there are positions where
not
pencil
great.
definitely thrives, it's definitely not the best. And also they picked Rainmaker if Red run pencil again. So the objective for Midlands minions just really might just to be like to push Rainmaker as much as they can just to get one on board.
Yeah, I think they want to try to hold on to mid because no one wants to fight a pencil in mid. But if someone like Squeezer is on the grades and in the enemy bunker, that can be really oppressive. The bubbles will help. I don't know if Johnny's going to remain on that junior. The bubbles are going to help, just kind of take space. And if you hold on to your right side, your right deck, I guess some people call it, that is always a place where you can absolutely find a re-entry back into mid. So another classic Splatoon 2 map, just with an actual, with multiple routes back into mid, is quite nice. I think probably both teams might struggle to knock things out, but this is really interesting pick, and I'm really excited to see, how Midlands minions adapt to this.
Oh, now that you mention it, it does make sense that Manta Maria is a boat, and the call out is deck. That makes a lot of sense, actually. I'm used to calling it street because that's what I've always called it.
Oh no! The street is that. Yeah, where the first checkpoint is, right? But I mean by
Right.
deck, I mean the right side of mid. slightly
right.
raised.
Okay.
Yeah,
that. I'd call it right side. Everyone understands me when I say right side, I think.
I've heard people distinguish the right side just because, you know, if you're defending on the right side, it may mean that you haven't dropped in yet. But yeah, so that is something I've heard from a few people sometimes, and I'll be like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. So, yeah. There we go. So, double sploosh? They're trolling, guys. No way.
If the solo queue Rainmaker meta isn't sploosh, then I don't know what the Splat Pursuit semi-final Rainmaker meta is.
That's wild.
Instant
already
pop already. Jess is on top mid. You can see both of the solutions on the left. An early time already. This should be popped very soon after the coolers got up, which it has. Into the street they go. Reaching's actually been doubled early by a bomb. Well played, and they managed to stop the Rainmaker before it's hit bunker.
Good times. They've actually managed to shut down that push properly, which is quite nice. The hammer comes out, and I guess, okay, I spoke too early, there we go. That's checkpoint. Splooshes are terrifying. As we have two of them with the hammer, the explosive power of the hammer. There we go, the explosive power of the hammer.
And the Ghost Blast dealt with it very well.
Yeah, really, really well done. They have to try to find ways to slow the gameplay down. For sure, I feel like that's going to be their main issue. Just struggling with people running at you from all directions.
On the flank, you're kidding me!
Oh my god.
Good for two! What? Jakey Sploosh seems to be better than Jakey or any other weapon we've ever seen, apparently. Another assist is going to go up onto that top left hand side. He's going to drop off the Halo, no cooler. Another literally a quad for Jakey. As they go for the KO on Jasmine, just about can't make it. Johnny goes to put the back with the double hammer onto the shield, and that's Jakey's heroics on Sploosh has managed to secure Infrared a grand finals.
That is top quality content. I love this. That's so good. Oh my god. Jakey, I want to see those KDs. Honestly, that was rude.
Yeah, straight up BM into Midlands Minions, and well, they've just knocked them out of the tournament. Midlands Minions no longer able to compete, and will have to run it back in Qualifier 2.
Qualifier 2. And that's the end from me. I have had a fantastic time casting these two semi-finals. I hand back to Mr. Slap, and while we do that, I think there's going to be a short break.
Yeah, we'll cut off to a quick break. Don't go anywhere, because we'll have your grand finals match between Distinct and Infrared, rematch of group stage round number 3. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back. Welcome back, everybody, to Splat Pursuit number 1. I'm Jason, and Mr. Slapnuts is joining us once again, and we are now in our grand finals of our first qualifier for Splat Legacy. Slap, what a tournament we've had so far.
It's been an absolutely great tournament. I love being here for every second. And I'm glad you brought the full name out for grand finals. I don't know the last time somebody called me Slapnuts on commentary, but here we are. And I'm very happy to be here again for grand finals. It's great that we're here, and it's great that we're going to be seeing a run back from the group stages. We are going to be seeing Infrared versus, of course, absolute demons in the tournament. We have seen them. I don't even think we've seen them really drop a game in this tournament.
Yeah, and they've decided the one sort of hiccup, I suppose, even though it was still a win in the group stage. Infrared have looked flawless throughout the entire tournament. They look composed, they look unfazed by any sort of weird trickery that teams try and throw at them with differing comps, but they stuck to the meta, they've stuck to their game plan, and they've really thrived in this tournament setting right now, have Infrared, and they're looking to take it all the way in our final best of 5, which is going to start on Mako Mart zones.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? We haven't mentioned them yet, so let's mention them now. Distinct, very, very good players on their side as well. And as we all know, they do have that really, really fun, really, really nice to watch comp. So I'm really, really excited to see how they do in a grand final setting as well. Because you know what? You're in grand finals right now. This is when the pressure is on your shoulders. Like, after what happened back in the group stages, like, you know that Infrared can definitely beat you. That's when that pressure is there. Like, you have your moment. You have your moment in grands right here, right now. You just need to be able to follow through with it and finally maybe even get a game off of a team that we haven't seen really have a game taken off of them. So, you know, are we going to be seeing pressure make diamonds here? Or, you know, are we just going to prove that pressure is for tires?
Well, I think there's one player we'd like to highlight who absolutely wiped the floor, I'd argue, with Retroma, and that is Mood on that bow.
Yeah.
They've been absolutely incredible all tournament, and they've been multi-fragging, which is something we don't normally see on bow. Everyone on Twitter is like, oh, every bow clip is just one kill and that's it. But no, Mood is getting multi-kills left, right, and center, and they're going to be looking to do the exact same on Infrared here.
Yeah, no, exactly, and it's been a joy to watch Mooj start this entire tournament, and I really, really hope we get to see him pop off even more. You know, that's not really to, like, take away from any of the other players that we've seen today. Like, genuinely, I think every single player that we've had on stream, and you know what, every player off stream as well, has had a stake to claim that they have been the MVPs of their team.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think also for the side of Distinct, we're looking at Afro and Tame and Sail to also sort of hold their own and support Mooj as much as they can to allow Mooj to thrive, and also to, you know, farm some clips of their own.
Yeah, no, exactly. But, you know, and then, of course, you've got everybody on Infrared who have just popped off massively this entire tournament. Like, there's a reason why a game has not been taken off of them this entire tournament. But anyways, let's get into this Game 1 of Grand Finals Splat Zones. Cannot believe it. We have got Distinct versus Infrared, Jason.
Let's get underway. We've got the Bucket 52 Rapid from the side of Infrared, and we're looking at the same comp we've seen all day from Distinct. Don't need to introduce anyone to that. Nothing surprising there. Risu's already got in early, managed to find a pick on Tame. Sail's trying to hold that left flank. The Tentacle's poking it very hard. Oh, Jasmine's gone down as well. We're currently equal on the side right now, but it's also a disadvantage. But nice flank from Afro. It's actually caught the pencil lacking. That's no cooler for Infrared. That's 2 for Afro, trying to help on his right hand side against the 52. Risu stands tall, and that's the first engagement out of the way.
The first engagement right now we're seeing right now, the Infrared have had this zone going, perching up on that right stack there. We've got Jasmine going around, and now we have once again Risu sharking down there, trying to just that a little bit more. And as we see Afro coming around here, we've got Afro. Afro is able to take Risu down. They've got the Zuka on deck. We're seeing Soda come out. We're seeing Zukas come out. We're seeing Chumps come out. We're seeing Strikes come out. We're seeing everything in the kitchen sink being thrown at the wall right now, and it is now on the side of Distinct.
Jet's playing with from that left-hand side. Jess is still on this opposite side, so the Jet's not going to find his value. He's quite away from Kane, maybe a bit of a misplay, a bit of Grand Finals nerf starting to kick in. A Jet on the opposite side from Jasmine has managed to find one, combo from way up, 2 down, 3 down now. First gone down on the left-hand side. It's just Sail, who's, I think, backing up Yes onto that left-hand side. Cooler up to the side of Infrared, and now Infrared going to try and set up with Jasmine on that left-hand side, as you can see. Risu goes for a flank. Do they know? They're not watching him, I don't think. The bow finally does shoot him, and big kill already from from Mooch, and Tame is pushing onto the left-hand side, onto the left side. Azuka's managed to find a kill from Afro, and Tame's found a pick as well, and Jake's managed to jump out, and that's another zone flip. Well played from Distinct. No utility used, and they've already brought themselves back into this game.
You know, and even with the cooler buff right there going off on him, we still saw the Sting. Got straight back into it, got Lucent coming up. Now, are they going to be able to get a Splat? No, they aren't. They get shut down. And this is really, really good for the Sting. They just have everyone pushed back into Infrared Swarm. You've got the Jet coming out, able to get one, not two. But two people are now down. Three are now down for Distinct. If this project finally gets them over, they have taken the lead. The gods of this tournament are bleeding right now as the lead is in the favor of Distinct. But Infrared now have all of the map control in mid and are probably doing what they always do and pushing straight back in and trying to just push this lead further and further with only 13 points left on the penalty points. We might be seeing the lead switch straight back in. We've got Mood right now, able to get that delayed kill thanks to the arrows on the ground. Three more people go down. It's a wipeout right now. This thing's able to stop the penalty points from being cleared. That is so good for them right now, Jason.
And a huge misplay from the side of Infrared, just trying to individually diff their opponents when their opponents are just playing like the better team, and it's going to cost them because they haven't managed to put the lead, and the crowds come out as well. It's managed to pick off Risu on the right hand side. Well done from Sale. More staggering from the side of Infrared. They really need to stabilize now.
You know, they need to, because right now they're getting pushed straight back into their spawn right now. Okay, as you see now, Jakey with the slosher out, having those strikes on deck, but they go down to Afro. There's no cooler. They lose it right now. Everything is going wrong for Infrared. Afro right now trying to get Jasmine as well. Two people, three people go down. Afro going insane right now. Two people down for each team against that. 7 points remaining. Are they going to be able to get the zone here?
And
no, they don't!
That Jasmine couldn't paint the zone, and no one was available because no one had played off of that cooler. And that results in Distinct taking our first game. Never would we have seen this coming. Distinct have truly turned it around from their last group stage, and now they are first on the board.
I always say miracles can happen. You can make rivers in a dry land, and right now we are seeing a miracle happen here in the UK at Splat Pursuit as we see Distinct take game one off of Infrared. We have seen a Titan fall right now, Jason. I can't believe it.
Well, if you guys are familiar with the story of David and Goliath, Goliath was slain with a tiny slingshot. However, this might not be a slingshot. This might just be a massive cannon. That is the insane awareness from Distinct, composing themselves very quickly, getting rid of those grand finals nerves and playing like a well-oiled machine. And now they're looking to become a Goliath of their own.
You know what? As I said before, is pressure going to make diamonds? And it definitely has. We have seen pressure make diamonds out of Distinct. But Infrared, I feel like they might have let their dominance throughout this entire tournament go to their heads a little bit, because as you said, they did misplay a lot there. We saw Jakey at the end there, especially with the tri-strikes on deck. That could have been used to stop the zone, but they dropped down instead and got punished for it by Afro. Like, I feel like maybe they just need to slow down a little bit and try and reconfigure and maybe just try and get this lead back, because, they just rolled with the momentum. But the momentum right now is entirely on the side of Distinct.
Absolutely. And talking more about Infrared and how they need to adapt, they have all of this utility. They have this pencil that farms out coolers like there's no tomorrow. They have the strikes from Jakey, who we saw misplay earlier by dropping with them without cooler and Afro punishing it, and Afro managed to get 2 as well. Fair play to Afro. But they've got so much utility that they can work around to flip zone and sort of re-stabilize themselves, but they're not making use of that. They're trying to sort of re-establish that they are in theory the better players, but clearly Distinct have learned from their mistakes at the group stage.
Yeah, no, and as you can see on the screen right now, we are going to be going to Robo-Rom and Splat zones. The counter pick that was picked by Infrared. This is definitely a really good pick for them, because as you said about all the utility they have, this is such a tricky stage to play on. Like, especially with all the bits that you can drop down, every single way that you can flank, and we all know how much Infrared really like to run around, get in with their close range weapons. We've seen a Carbon come out, we've seen a Sploosh come out even. We know that this is probably going to benefit them, and as you can see, the two people that really like to change up their weapons, Jakey and Jasmine, right now they're sitting in the lobby, and they are still picking their weapon. We've seen Jasmine go on, and Jakey is now yet to pick their weapon. It gets readied up now, but who knows what we're going to be seeing as we go into Game 2 here, Jason. I am well excited for this.
Yeah, door's been blown wide open for this final tournament set. I cannot wait. Let's see, has Jakey opted to move on to that shot I was thinking in my head maybe that they would play for a more slower, more controlled, more utility-based game, and they put Jasmine on that slosher instead in place of Jakey. And Jakey's going for that Zuka farm approach, I believe, and well, they're going to be competing with Afro, who's popping off right now individually.
You know, Afro is popping off. We're seeing a lot of being in chat going off for Afro right now. And right now we're just seeing that battle for the initial zone pick. There we go. Infrared's able to get it, but they instantly lose control. And there we go. This is the flip-flop of the zone that happens all of the time on this stage. You just see the zone get switched back one to another. There we go. The Captor coming out. Then, oh no, what a denial of the inkjet from Jess on the Snipe Rider. And we are just seeing right now Infrared get straight back into their mojo. That momentum being carried on. Afro trying to go around on the flank there, getting punished though, getting a little bit of ink on them, but they do run back and they are able to stay alive. They go in again. They have the Zuka now, Jason.
And the Zuka Park looking to find any value. Might just have Jackson at the last second, but traded out. Not the best Zuka, and still Infrared have full control of the zone without it being flipped at all. And now we're looking at a lockout here, and we're looking to see Infrared play a more slow controlled game, like I mentioned earlier. Sail is really close to that crab. Actually, could probably get it off of this next tape. Might drop onto this right hand side here, onto his elbow. After Risu is dealt with, the Jets come out as well. Risu's dropped. There should be an option. Big pick from Sail. They move on to this right hand side. The crabs come out as well. We need to see everyone move. Like all the utilities been disposed of, I should say. And now Jakey trying to hold the zone. The zone is on 18. There could be a flip here. There's one gone down, two gone down on the zone. Jakey can't hold it, has to back up. Well done from Distinct to recompose themselves and find that retake.
The Decapitator coming in from the shadows, able to get a splat there. And now we're seeing both walls get sped up. And there we go. Recently they won, able to come on top out of the battle of the walls. And you know, all of the utility once again coming out. The Zuka's coming out. We're seeing that zone instantly get taken. It's flip-flopping between them. There we go. They are in control. Infrared once again throwing out the strikes as well. We're seeing the cooler be set up as well. Decapitator able to get one kill, but Risu able to clean it up. And before anyone else can do anything in this set, we are just seeing Afro there. To the right, able to get one. Do we see two? We do see two. Jasmine and Jakey going down. Two gone up, but the pencil is able to get them, even though Distinct is able to get that zone back.
And this is the struggle that we see from this comp that Infrared are running. It's an uphill battle for the side of Distinct. They really struggle with every single retake. It has to be near perfect, and all their holds have to be near perfect, because if they don't, Infrared is going to keep flipping the zone. The Zuka's panicked and no one's home. Afro is just shooting at nobody. Maybe finds the pencil. No value found from that Zuka, punished by Risu, who's cooled up. The crabs come out, and another Zuka from the side from Jakey, I believe, looking to find anyone. Tame shocking on that left hand side, managing to find the bucket. Maybe they can find something here, but I think Infrared is going to sit back and try and hold this zone for as long as possible, get some more points on the board.
We're seeing the chumps come out, we're seeing the inkjet come out, we're seeing so much stuff come out. The penalty points have not been cleared, and Distinct is back in control of the zone. As much as Infrared are trying their damnedest right now to get control back, we're seeing hits go down on either side. They're going to be on the right, all sorted up, does not get caught out by the Decapitator, and now knows where the Decapitator is. But Afro comes around as well. War is set up, they're able to get Afro. Here comes the Killer Whale as well, even though Distinct stay back in control. 2 people down, 3 people down. Risu's the only one up right now. As there we go. They jump away. That was a really nice jump. But Distinct has the full control over the zone right now. Even with the Zuka coming out, one person goes down.
And this looks like it might be a flip here. Still holding the zone are Distinct. Tame is fighting JP alone on the right hand side. Maybe managing to find him. No, he's gone down. And surely this is going to be a zone flip. Although they take the lead. No! That's what I was talking about. The huge utility jump and the pencil jump onto the zone. And Infrared manages to flip at the last second at Death Store.
That is so unfortunate for the side of Distinct. But that was really good from Infrared at the last second. With a single hair's breadth right there, they have taken it out, and they're trying to do that same lockout strategy from earlier. 2 people going down thanks to that beautiful Izuka. But Izuka coming out from Afro again, able to get one, and now he's going straight back around, but you've alerted yourself. Everyone knows that you are there. Right now we're seeing the Decapitator coming. It's a final stand, but it is all for naught as this set has been tied up 1-1.
Well, if you thought Infrared were going to take losing that first game very relaxed, I think they've definitely decided to lock it now, and I don't think we're going to be seeing a Splatoon anytime soon.
Yeah, no, I feel like all of that jokey energy, that kind of like, oh yeah guys, let's play Sploot, I feel like that has been completely knocked out of them by this point. Having that game taken has probably just made them go, oh, Okay, we really need to unlock in now. We really need to go, and you know what? That is the counter pick for them. I'm sure they are very comfortable with that map, very comfortable with that mode. But this is where, like, the weirder meta, the weirder, like, weapon picks that we're seeing, Distinct play right now. This is where the counter pick of the stage could also try and, like, lean a lot more in their favor as they try and pick something that centers around the bow or centers around poking out with that decapitator, something like that.
They might be looking. I hate to say it, but they might be looking to play Rainmaker.
Yeah, we love some Rainmaker. Woo!
You know,
we got Clamblitz!
But with all the object damage and all the utility that they have, they've got that crab tank, they've got the jet, sometimes bubble from the decapitator, and that, of course, your stabilizing special, that Zuka. I think they really, really need to play around with this bow, because Mooge is having a great tournament, and Afro's having a great grand final. They really need to pick a map mode where both of these players can thrive.
Yeah, no, and I believe what we're going to, we're going to Clamblitz, Inkblot Art Academy, and you know what, this is genuinely, I don't see how this is going to go for either team right now. Like, both of them have their strengths on this stage. Of course, we've got the bow that's going to be able to perch on the stacks, they're going to be able to perch in that back bit as well. But you've also got the pencil that can do the exact same thing, and then of course you've got the weirder kind of play style that we're seeing, like, that we might see, Infrared go for. This set is so fast-paced and so back and forth, I'm having a hard time keeping along. You can hear it from my voice right now. My train of thought is getting lost. This is so insane, Jason.
Yeah, it really is. The set is really taking the life out of the customers.
no, things are we're both going off on it though. Like, genuinely, like, this is really, really fun to cast, and we hope that all of you watching is having a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Like, watching this as well, because this is genuinely such a hot set.
Yeah, and we were discussing it earlier that there was a lot of I can't even find the words. It's just the strong meta weapon picks bar Jasmine into the strange off meta weapons that we see from Distinct, and like this back and forth sort of one not really knowing how to fully deal with the other. As Afro is going to stand outside, Jakey sharks him out, managing to find one, find two, Jakey, well done, one off a clamp, and Jasmine's gone down as well, but they're not going to be able to push. They've got the cooler up, they're waiting for Riku to move around that left-hand side. Jakey has strikes through, Riku's got the cooler, looking to on that left-hand side. The jumps are coming through, the strikes might come through as well, the whale's gone down, Riku managed to find one on the left-hand side, trades out, and Jasmine's gone down again, and that's all of that mid-control that's probably been given up by Infrared. But no, Afro's gone in behind him and managed to come the 1v1 and GG! No way!
Wins it with Zuka as well. Now firing another Zuka up top, just making a clear way for their team to get back into this. Distinct now, from what looked like a very, very nice push that was going to be happening from Infrared. Distinct have completely taken it, and they break the barrier.
Yeah, but there's no one forward. There's Kane running in, but he's gone down. The whales come out as well. They're looking to find William Sale. No, the ball's been punished. Well done. Some heads up play from Afro. He manages to find one off the shark. He's got the pistol. That's no cooler as well. Well done from Afro. Switching the target and doing the damage to Infrared's utility. And now Infrared is trying to stabilize on this left-hand side. Kane's gone around the opposite. Looking for a flank around the plat, maybe. Sharking around. I think that they know Infrared. They might not. Kane's been sharking it for a long time. And Jake is going to spot them and find the kill. Well done. Stabilizing now our Infrared.
Honestly, we've said it before, we'll say it again. Afro is having such a nice grand finals right now, but you know what? Infrared are surmounting this comeback. You see the pencil with the clam over there. They've got the pixie clam in base as well. The captain is just waiting for something, waiting for anything. Tries to go around that wall. Tries to find Risu, but steps a little bit too far forward, and Risu is able to go back, but the assist is able to be given as Afro again gets one. Doesn't get two though. Jakey able to win that 1v1, but there we go. Mooge with the giveaway, able to clean up and stagger them down. No more cooler buffs up for anybody on the side of Infrared. Now Mooch is trying to escape from that Rapid Blaster, as both teams now are just trying to get that clam economy properly going again, even though, you know, we're seeing right now Infrared with that clam on Afro behind now. Risu gets around, sets up the wall, jumps away though. That was really, really nice, but no, they're going in the clams. I didn't even notice them over there.
Yeah, Afro's stuck on the wrong side of the map, I'd argue. That's the ball jumped in as well. That's huge points for Infrared. The Zuka come out from behind. Afro's managed to find two, regardless, find three. How about it? Might chase this pencil on the left-hand side. Is just opting to go for the plat instead. But Afro is really, really turning it on, I'd say.
Yeah, no, cooking with gas indeed right now. We are seeing an absolute big masterclass coming out right now from Afro, but although Afro is popping off, we are seeing right now Infrared in the lead, able to get the lead from that one. An amazing push, getting down to 45 points, and right now they're just holding it up in their base, just trying to make sure that, Distinct cannot get back into this as much as they wanted. But here we're seeing the Crab come out, we are seeing the Killer Whale come out as well. So they're not going down to the Killer Whale, that was really, really good, but here comes the strikes as well, and 2 people down in that spawn from Infrared, and now they're the ones that are pushing in.
Yeah, we need a huge jet from Jasmine here if Infrared wants to get any more points on the board and apply any more pressure. No one wants to use that utility right away. You can see the Jasmine holding the jet for the right moment, the moment she thinks is best. Nuga's got the whale up, and the corner's gone down as well. They're looking to move with this. Probably a jet going to be popped soon. The whale's gone for 2. I think that's Kane that's gone down on the left-hand side. We're looking at a split map here. Reese's on the flank, and Moon's gone down. That's huge. Reese's going to go on that left-hand side, managing to find Sail. And now that's Afro taken down as well. That's huge. Huge from Risu, managing to find 2 on the left-hand side. I said it in the last set that Risu's been playing off that left-hand side as much as possible and maximising the value, optimising how much they can get out of this side. And they know the bubble. They've caught onto the mushroom, and it's been spreading immediately. And that's another score for Infrared.
And they're just throwing those little baskets in. Jasmine now jumping on, getting a few more clams in there. That's such a far lead right now. 31 to 71. You've got to get 30. How did I do my maths wrong there? Oh my god, this is grand finals. I've got to lock in 30 more. I am so stupid right now. Like, I cannot even think with this game going on right now. 2 people now going down on the side of Distinct. Jake is trying to get even more, but Afro again in their base, just causing a little bit of issues, but it's too little too late really, as we're seeing the clock tick down. The only thing you've got back at that base is that pity clam chasing.
Yeah. Such a big wall to climb, but Jess has gone down. I think that's without cooler. There might be some space to move. Surely off the Zuka, no one's keeping it from Infrared. The move is just running into Nid without any help, and that's gone down. That's 2 members down on Distinct, and that's a 3rd as well. And it's only Sail to pick up the pity clam, but Jasmine's already closed down, and so is the Whale. The team fight at 3v1. The jet is from Jasmine, causing more destruction on the enemy path, and that's got to be game. That's a wipe. Game 2 and match point for Infrared.
Match point indeed. Infrared, losing that game at the start and really has just taken the bull by the horns right now. That was such a convincing game by the end as well, because we just kept seeing all of the problems they had in that game 1 had just been completely ironed out. They're working well as a team. They're not dropping down whenever they need to. They're genuinely just playing so much better than we saw in that first game, and it's a far cry.
Yeah, and I think definitely what we saw from Distinct in that sort of opening 2 minutes was Afro's individuality was sort of just dragging Distinct along, and there didn't seem to be much of a response. Surely Afro's play would inspire you to sort of play around them and give them the support that they need to truly thrive. It feels like Afro is just putting Distinct on his back right now.
Yeah, no, Mooj has been playing so well this entire tournament. I don't know if it's just because we're not getting too much of the, sight of them or doing too much, but they're not making as much of an impact as we've seen in previous games beforehand. Right now it's the Afro show, and even with that, we're still seeing Infrared come through.
Yeah. But I think Mooj's sort of quietness compared to the rest of the tournament might just be credit to, unfortunately, Chess on the pencil. Well, it pains me to say it, it's just simply the superior weapon, and that tacticaler as well, plus the massive paint output. It's just truly hard to sort of get into more optimal positions for that bow to sort of thrive. And I think we're more so looking at Tame and we're looking at Sail to sort of step up, because we haven't really said their names a lot, and it seems to be that they're getting caught up a lot again into 1v1s against that Gal from Risu and against the Jets from Jasmine, and they seem to be sort of drowned out by more so the heroics of their teammates, but also the great play from their opponents as well.
Yeah, no, exactly. And then right now we've also got, let's just quickly look at it, we have got Clam Blitz on Umami Ruins coming up next. Another Clam Blitz counter Vic from Distinct right now. I wonder how this is going to go down, especially after, you know, how not so well Inkblot Academy candidates went.
Yeah. Well, game 4 underway. Have I got that right? I hope I have.
Yeah, no, it is game 4. Yeah, no,
I've lost track of how many games we played with how fast every game has been. Game 4, Clamblitz, Umami. Clams again, second in a row. Thank God we've seen no Rainmaker so far, I don't think. I'm getting forgetful as well. Here we go.
No, this set is taking so much out of us because it's just so crazy. But you know what? You know, we've not seen Rainmaker, but who knows if we are going to see Rainmaker, because this could be the last game of this whole entire tournament.
Yeah. Tame starting on that line. Somebody can manage to run direct to one man. Should give it through. Tame has already caused some opening havoc. I was calling on him to sort of step up in this game to bring their team back, but well, they've answered the call. I can't complain.
Yeah, no, exactly, but they've already got a clam up if you're infrared right now. 12 clams. Meanwhile, look at Distinct's 3, like that clam economy is showing so much right now. Look at the cooler already coming out, along with the tri-strikes. Everything is being thrown out right now. Afro trying to come in from behind, but the Afro show has been shut down. The crab no longer being active right now. It's all for infrared to be able to push in, especially when they're getting pick after pick. Risu now trying to come again once again. That left side that you keep talking about. Risu really likes going around in the left. And here we go, goes in again, but Sale now able to get that pick on them as they push in. Oh yeah, they do break the barrier.
However, I asked Sale and Tame to step it up, and it seems they're listening to the casters, I suppose. They're truly stabilizing
on the stream.
A few clams get thrown in, but I think that's the push dead. But maybe they'll come for rapid. Well done from Jasmine, managing to cancel out that crab for any chance of stabilization from the side of Distinct, and welcome out as well, trying to support the corner for that as well. Jesus. Everything's been put out at every given second. It seems everyone has a special at any point.
Yeah, no, specials are being built up so quickly. I don't know if it's the map, don't know if it's the mode, don't know what's going on, but everyone seems to be having every single chunk being special charge up right now. But look at this right now, strikes coming out from the side of Infrared. They've got so many power plants coming up that they're going to be able to throw them all into the basket. They get one in, they break the barrier. Are they going to be able to chuck any more? No, because Distinct is doing really well right now. Afro takes down that lone person in mid, tries to get Jasmine after the jet, but Jasmine is able to reverse the Almond, now tries to go after Mooj. Mooj rushing in again, and it's a trade!
What? In any kind of grand final, you wouldn't expect one, a Rapid to be in that kind of position, and two, a both to push some other people. Mooj truly taking ego fighting to the max. Is traded out. But we've got some more stability. And no, if Jasmine's gone down, excuse me, no stability at all. Everyone's going back and forth in this game, and I can barely keep track.
Yeah, no, honestly, this is like the quickest game that we've seen so far, and it is really, really back and forth. The stage just need to break that barrier once and get a few more power slams, and that's all they really need to do. The Splat is able to get out. That is so nice from Tame to be able to escape those tri-strikes, the impending doom as you saw them get activated. And now we're seeing Sail stay back with that heavy edit, just try and make that soda come up. Just unable to get that power slam, but is able to get that one right there. They put in, someone made an opening for them. Yeah, that was Reese too that snuck it in now, down to 57 right now, over half. So that means they can have even more time. Jess now just staying close. They're able to get him as well. Oh my god, so many people are going in right now, so many people are dropping. But this thing, oh, just trying to get even more. Passing that down to 30 remaining.
And it looks like it might be even tougher for this thing to come back into this tournament. If Jasmine's going to get killed, and it's just a pen left alive, and they've got full mid control now. Distinct, they need a mountain of a push in order to keep this game alive for them and keep the set alive for them.
But the game and the set is still both alive and still all to play for. If you know anybody can take a game off Infrared, it is Distinct. We are seeing the Jet and the Killer Whale come out right now. And we're just seeing, I believe, yeah, the Crab right now. I was just about to say we have Crab online, and here comes Sail with the Crab once again. But they are getting focused by those strikes, and there we go, the Crab is away. Two people do go down. This thing has so much to climb right now. Is Sail able to get the pick? No, and now it's just Mooj up in mid, running away with that power plant, just trying to keep it alive for their team, but they do go down.
Yeah, and Afro was shut down very early, and that's the sort of big punish in terms of playing coolerless when your utility players are going down without cooler, and there's no sort of chance for a regain. As now again another score from Infrared. It's looking like they might just do it with the power clam that's coming through, and that is it. No, the 2 clams, excuse me, the ball's just about been cancelled. I thought it was over. 1 clam, and that's a wipe. Just about. Distinct are on their last legs, surely.
Surely this is over by now, but you know what? The clock doesn't say it's over. Nobody says this is over until we see game, and right there, 1 clam goes in the basket. They still have 2. There's another one. Are we going to be seeing that pity clam come back as well at some point? We're seeing Mooch go back for it. We're seeing more clams be thrown in. There is no way this game is reversed. We see Mooch now, 6 clams coming in. We're seeing specials being what we're seeing the tri-strikes come out. Mooch throwing in more. Only 5 left. This could be a reversal. No, but the wipeout happens. It's over. It is all over. That is so unfortunate. You just had a couple more clams to go in. That is heartbreaking, but there we go. Infrared take this tournament 3-1 in grand finals. Oh my lord. They just needed 1 more clam. Just 1 more clam to go in, but they just didn't have it. Oh, that is so heartbreaking.
Are you kidding me? What? Like, how unfortunate could you get if you're Distinct? God knows how they're feeling right now. So close to taking that set back and pushing it to a game 5. And it just slipped away. And just
That is crazy.
gotta
That
give them
is
credit where it's
crazy.
due. They played that overtime almost perfectly. Just 1 clam was all it took, but credit where credit's due. Infrared are your Splat Pursuit #1 champions, and they punched their ticket to Splat Legacy in November.
Yeah, no, and well-deserved victory. They literally dropped a single game. That single game is now a mark on this tournament of what could have been a flawless victory. You know, Distinct definitely deserved that, and I believe Distinct deserved that game at the end as well, after that amazing push. But you know what? Infrared. Oh, that was absolutely amazing from them, though, to just shut that down as they did. Like, I think any other team in that situation would have faltered, but no, they kept on, and they were able to get that wipe out when it mattered. No time beforehand, not anything after. They got it right exactly when it mattered. And you know what? They played so brilliantly through this entire tournament, even when BMing and memeing with the 2 splooshes. Unless they want to call that their actual strategy for that map, then okay. Maybe 2 splooshes actually does work like that, but in my eyes, that's just a joke, and it worked. But you know what? Yeah, we can't give enough props to Infrared.
Yeah, and well, we've talked about them all tournament, and Infrared have shown that they were truly the ones who deserved to qualify, despite all of the clutching at straws from Distinct. So it almost seemed like they were making plays out of nothing. The huge hero plays from Afro throughout the grand final, the huge multi-kills from Mooch throughout the rest of the tournament. But wow, Distinct truly have shown that they are a competitive team within the UK, and we might see rise to a new UK team that can challenge the best.
Yeah, no, and you know what? This isn't the end for any of the other teams that you've seen in this tournament today. This is just another one of the online qualifiers. We are going to be seeing even more tournaments that can get you into the tournament at November Splat Legacy. So if any of you in this chat are interested right now and want to get back into this, just please come and join UK Mafia. Just keep a lookout on Twitter for it as well. Genuinely, it's going to be a lot to look out for.
That's right. 2 more qualifiers and only 2 more spots left for Splat Legacy in November, our 2-day LAN event. And what a amazing first qualifier to kick things off. Hopefully this has inspired more people to sign up for the next qualifiers, because definitely there weren't a lot of teams in this one, but while it was still exciting, hopefully this inspires more teams to sign up.
It's definitely going to inspire me. You'll catch me. No, I'm kidding. I'll be commentating the next one probably. No, I cannot play in this. No, but I genuinely, I really hope like it all picks up from here, because that was so exciting to watch. And you know what? I really hope we get to see more teams in the next one. But anyway, Jason, before we go, please, where can we find you? Oh wait. Oh, Pixel School. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, so we're going to sign us off now, and then we're going to be seeing some interviews with Crystal afterwards. But, Jason, where can we find you?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at JAS000N. I'm sorry, Jason with 10 was taken, so I had to make do. And I do occasionally stream on Twitch with the same handle, so you can come find me there. I stream my tournament runs sometimes, and I stream some chill open games sometimes. And yeah, I just love this game. What can I say? Slap, where can we find you?
You'll be able to find me personally at that Twitter right there, but I also do want to shout out that I am starting a UK/Ireland Splatoon League as well, that you'll be able to find at the Twitter at Shark Attack SPL. It's a really, really cool league. It takes a lot of notes from football leagues where you can win, lose, and draw with the sets that you play, and it's all being hosted by fake idols that we have created and are branding the league with. So it's all really cool, really exciting, and I really hope everybody in it joins. So if you're interested in that at all, just look up Shark Attack SPL on Twitter. But yeah, that is all from us today. We hope you've enjoyed it. Now we're going to throw over to some interviews right now with Crystal. Thank you all for watching.
And hello, everyone, and welcome to the winners interview of the first Splat Pursuit qualifier for the Splat Legacy tournament in November. I am joined by 3 members of Infrared here, Jess, Risu, and Jakey. So first of all, congratulations, you guys, on qualifying for Splat Legacy. So, Jess, my first question for you is pretty basic interview question, but how do you feel about qualifying for Legacy?
To be honest, it's like a little bit surreal, I guess. Like, I know it's like cheesy to say and stuff, but like, I haven't ever done anything like this in Splatoon. Like, to actually qualify for something, an in-person event. Like, I've been to LANs, I've played in LANs, but to qualify for a UK event is just something that hasn't ever happened. So I'm really excited and I'm really looking forward to it.
I mean, this is quite a big one as well, you know, like kind of like a big finale for the end of this competitive year for the UK scene. So you guys get to go out there and kind of show everyone what you're made of, which is really cool. Jakey, my question for you is, the other team that has qualified for this tournament is a team you are quite familiar with. It is Stewart's Mafia Sparking Flavor, which has all 4 members you have played against before.
Yeah.
You've beat Chano, but you have not beat the others. Do you think you guys stand a chance against Stewart's at Legacy?
I think we do stand a chance at Legacy, honestly. Because I'm going to get back on grinding. I'm grinding this game up until November. Took a massive break, but I'm definitely in it to win it. So I look forward to that game. That's my most anticipated game, honestly. I really want to rematch that. Because what happened at Vibes was honestly, it was fraudulent. it was very fraudulent.
So close, so close. Okay, and my question for you, Risu, is what is the plan for the team as a whole before Legacy? Because obviously, being the second team to qualify for Legacy now, you guys have a very, very long time to strategize and prepare. I mean, you've got until November. So kind of what's the plan for the entirety of the team leading up to Splat Legacy?
It's nice to have plenty of time. I think, well, me and Jakey and Jess, we're all going back to education, so we're going to take a little bit of a break, then we're going to get our schedules together and just work out something that works for all of us and just make sure we're in prime form. Because we want to show, like, that's what I love about this, like, pickup becoming a team, is that we really want to show what we're made of. And we can definitely cause upsets.
Yeah, I definitely think so too. As someone who has experienced the infrared wrath today, I definitely think you guys have potential. But finally, before we head out, I'll start with Jess again. Do you have any final words, final shout outs, thank yous, social medias?
Not force the pencil. It's the pencil pipeline. But yeah, you can just find me on Twitter at Jess_SPL. That's pretty much it.
Nice. Jakey, same for you?
Big Andy will be attending the LAN for everyone there.
Yes, we got Andy Dynamo.
Andy Dynamo will be there. And yeah, follow me on Twitter if you haven't already.
Nice. And Risu, same for you?
Same as the others. Thank you so much to Pixel and Spore. Like, TOing is hard. And I've got a lot of respect for these guys. And yeah, don't really want to give people my Twitter, but Rizu3K is my Twitch. I'm trying to stream there a bit more.
Nice. Well, thank you so much, you guys. And once again, a huge congratulations for qualifying for Splat Legacy in November. This is all we have for today for the first Splat Pursuit, leaving only 2 spots left to qualify for Splat Legacy. Currently, we have Stewart's Mafia, Sparking Flavor, and Infrared currently as our 2 contenders for the Splat Legacy trophy. But who will the next 2 be? You will just have to find out on the 31st of August and the 21st of September, I believe, are our 2 next qualifiers. But before I go, I'll plug myself just a little bit. My Twitter is at crystal___, and my Twitch is at crystal__, where I was actually streaming these qualifiers here today, and you will find me streaming the other qualifiers as well. But thank you so much, everyone, for watching Splat Pursuit #1. A final big congratulations to Infrared for winning, and we will see you all on the 31st of August for the second Splat Pursuit qualifier.
He drops in, he's got two. No Kraken online. And another one. Insane play.
Ninja going in. Jump Markham's going in. Oh! The cheese on turtle. Something very good. Two.
They're able to get that special line. They're trying.